Welcome to Spoiler Kings, guys. Uh, everything is totally great, totally backwards for me right now. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Tank Kramer and Brandon is here. Oh man, this is crazy. All right, go ahead, Tank. I'm just gonna do everything in the background. You just talk everything. You just kind of go from there.
Oh, well, you got all the stuff.
I have all the stuff, so you just talk, and I'll be able to pull all of it up still.
Yeah. All right. Let's yeah. Some of these comments in here.
So many comments.
Yeah. Brandon Davis, nice haircut. Thank you. It's all right. I'm not a big fan of it, but everyone else seems to like it. So all right.
Yeah, it looks pretty good actually. Yeah.
I think it looks good.
And then and we got The View with Drew. What is up, man? The Blue Beetle trailer looks fun. The Blue Beetle character wasn't one of my favorite superheroes, but the movie could change that. He is not one of my favorites. I do like him. I think it's it's cool. Also, he's a Mexican American, character, which is cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, but we are gonna watch that a little bit.
Okay.
I am, man. All off. This is crazy.
Yeah.
I've been here for an hour. Like I don't know why everything. I'm totally behind. It's funny.
Yeah. And, Jimmy Mills in the house. What's up? Acknowledge your tribal chief.
All hail Jimmy.
Yeah.
All hail Jimmy.
What? No way. That Blue Beetle looks cheap. Made for TV. No way, man. It looks so good. It looks so.
No, I think it looks awesome. I can't.
I mean, all these trailers are crazy. I don't know, you guys. Yeah, it's gonna be nuts.
Yeah. I love the Blue Beetle trailer. Actually, watched it quite a couple times already.
I haven't seen it at all.
Oh, you haven't seen it at all?
Nope.
Oh no. I wound up watching because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to watch it on my phone or whatever. So I was like, and plus I wanted to see it. But yeah.
I got like 15 windows open. That's probably what's going on. Trying to do this now. I was like, why is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? All right, let's try to post some of these things out.
All right. Wait, is that it was who's that? That Extraction 2, though, yes.
We had a trailer. Extraction 2.
Oh, Extraction 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one.
I said that's the one I saw.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I did Secret Invasion, obviously Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. And then Blue Beetle came out today, which I watched that one.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other one? Extraction at 2 I didn't see. And then there's
not watched that one.
Guardians, like the little teaser trailer to announce tickets are on sale.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I did take a look at that this morning.
I was looking at the countdown to the little teaser trailer for Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
that's tomorrow, right?
Yeah, Across the Spider-Verse. So it comes out. Yeah, that comes out tomorrow, like 8 a.m. or something like that. So I was watching all those. There's a little teaser trailer with that, so that was fun.
Mm-hmm. I did not watch the teaser trailer for that. Well, you guys know my stance on that. I'm like, just put the trailer out.
I know you told us last time.
You're putting out a trailer for a trailer.
It's a teaser trailer for a trailer. It's fun.
Yeah.
Like none of this 30-second stuff.
So, someone made a conscious decision to come up with that and execute that.
Oh, it's TikTok. 100% TikTok. Like I got to make a 60-second trailer before the 3-minute trailer.
It works though. It does definitely work for us.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We're talking about all this stuff, but we didn't talk about anything about C2E2. Dude, that was amazing. C2E2 was so much fun.
Mm-hmm. It was awesome.
We were all over the place. We got so much free stuff. We got so much cool stuff. Brandon met the voice of Storm from our X-Men 92. He got so we were getting comic books, and I was like, hey, just get that one. Yeah, grab this one. And then like 2 minutes later, we walked past her. She was like, oh yeah,
that's awesome.
I could sign it for you. It was so cool.
To Brandon Love.
Yeah.
Love Allison Seeley Smith.
So she's the voice of Storm from our X-Men cartoons.
Did you buy that comic, or is that a comic, or just a print?
So that's
I bought the comic there.
Like 2 minutes right before we saw her.
That's awesome.
Yep, right before.
I was like, man, that's a cool. Because we were looking at stuff. I grabbed one that he wanted. He grabbed one I wanted. I was like, I want that one, and it was the only one he had, and it was perfect. When we were doing the stuff, I was like, yeah, get that side. That makes more sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I mean, the whole event was great.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. One of the best C2E2s I've been to in quite some time.
It was packed, Tank. It was so many people.
I bet, man. Because last year when me and Brandon went, they were still kind of getting back to it. This year, though, and like all the artists were coming back, all the big companies were coming back, and Saturday sold out. I'm sure probably Friday sold out, and Sunday.
Friday did not sell out, and Sunday was packed, but it didn't sell out. They still had some tickets, but Saturday people were at the door like trying to get in. They're like, "Yeah, sorry, we're totally booked."
Saturday is the super crazy day. I like going Sundays because that's when a lot of vendors put discounts on their merchandise because they want to unload a lot of it. So you get discounts on Sunday, and then Friday I like because it's usually the least busiest day. But
that's because you don't have it. That's like Chris Evans didn't show up on Friday. He was only there Saturday and Sunday. What is it? The guy who played Crowley from Supernatural.
Nice.
He was there. He was there Saturday, Sunday. What's the name? The one who played Stature. She was there.
Catherine Newton.
Catherine Newton. I saw it because I remember seeing her. So and then Brandon was almost tongue down the dude. What's his name?
John Glover.
John Glover.
I was like, man, are you gonna hug him any tighter?
That was hilarious.
So no, so everyone else was in line for because you had to pay, and then you get you get signature, and you get the picture. And Brandon just walked up to him, and he was like, "Oh, who are you?" And he took a picture with Brandon, and he was like giving him hugs and all stuff. Brandon didn't pay any money for all that stuff.
No way.
Yeah, so he was doing it. Like he was just. What did he tell you? He was like, "Man, you're a handsome fella. I really like that."
He said to me, "You were so effing hot." That was the first sentence John Glover said to me.
That's awesome.
That's hilarious.
I thought you paid for it.
No,
I'm not.
So I was in line.
No,
getting stuff together, and I was going to pay for my stuff. And he just walked over to Brandon.
Yeah,
that's insane. That's so cool.
So his publicist was like, he didn't pay. He was like, "Oh no, I want to talk to him." What's up, Perp? Yeah. What's up, Perp, man?
What is going on, Perp?
What's up?
I was like, all right.
Dude,
I was all ready to pay like everyone else too.
It's because I was like, you know what, Brandon, you take one for the team, man. Get him on the podcast.
Because the pictures are hilarious, though. The pictures are awesome.
Yeah.
They were so funny.
Yeah. Because they were making like a face, and I was like, "What is you doing?" It was they're great pictures.
So there, I took a picture with him. I only paid for his autograph, right? I didn't take a picture, but I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm with Brandon." He was, "Oh, let's take a picture." So I got a picture because of Brandon by association.
Nice.
Then, like, he was like, one of the pictures, he was just like, he had his head on my chest. I was like, all right, this is getting real. It's getting real weird.
He was hilarious. He was so funny.
Oh man, it was fun. It was so much fun.
Yeah, had a great. Yeah, it was definitely one for the books. C2E2 overall.
Yeah,
like it was really and like just like you said, Tank. Like it didn't really feel like it was like to its full extent last year when we went. Like this was like really like it was like C2E2 on steroids.
Yeah,
which was awesome.
I mean, that's how it normally is. Like how you guys went. That's normal. Like last year was very, very watered down, very like kind of not full potential. Like this year,
because if I remember correctly, obviously due to COVID, they had skipped the year before.
And
I
Marvel didn't have a panel. Marvel didn't have had an area
had a
last year, and they had all that stuff here back this year. I mean, nuts.
Yeah, they have a huge section. Cole Lord said, "Those are the only pictures you can show."
That's very true. Hey, that X-Men group that you took a picture with was pretty cool too, Brandon.
It was.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
All out. They had everybody. I mean, Rogue, the dude that played Rogue. Yes, the dude that played Rogue.
The dude that played Rogue.
I didn't even know.
Looked amazing. It looked amazing. Sabretooth looked great. There was just so many things that are going on at the same time. It's craziness.
Yeah. So anybody who wants to see the pictures, they're on Facebook right now. Yeah. What I'm going to do? I'm going to put them on Twitter too, if you guys are cool with it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Cool.
Because then I can tag the actors and actresses and voice actors and stuff like that. So that'll be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
So Storm's manager actually subscribed to Spoiler King.
Subscribe to us. Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's cool, man. We actually think we had like 4 or 5 subscriptions from just talking to people, me wearing the T-shirt, just telling them, hey, that's what we do. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Next year we bring business cards.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Yeah, next year will be a lot more, and then it should be all 3 of us.
Yeah,
definitely all 3 of us.
No. So then a lot of guys, people were handing out a lot of stuff. So I got this book, was free. Hunter Ninja Bear. I was like, Hunter Ninja Bear.
That just sounds awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a copy too.
Yeah.
Man Bear Pig.
So that was Drawing the Dragon. So we got Drawing the Dragon. You got the Hunter Ninja Bear.
Yeah, I got Hunter Ninja Bear. The whole Gwen 7 saga. That's what the name of these books are.
Yeah, so
nice.
We got the whole series from this. Yeah, so the author was there. Is Drawing the Dragon, then Moons of Jupiter, and then Moons of Jupiter 2. So she was like, "Hey, I'll give you all 3 of them for like $35." We're like, "All right," and she signed them. So she signed each one of them inside. Gave her our card and gave us a picture of some of the characters and signed that too. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, so she's very nice.
Yeah. Keep talking. I'm just gonna grab something.
Yeah, Brandon was mesmerized by her.
I was.
Yeah,
he was mesmerized by that lady. It's for specific reasons. 2 of them.
Yeah.
But yes, Hunter Ninja Bear is going to be great. I'm going to read this. I'll let you guys know because on the back it's a real bear. It's not like it's a name. This is a real bear. This is like
bear. What? That's what Perp said. He goes, "It's a bear that is a ninja." Am I correct on that?
Yes.
It's hilarious.
And as far as I know now, he's not. He doesn't have do cocaine. So this might be a different story than Cocaine Bear.
This is
the second level.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say.
You know what else?
Like their descendant.
You know what else? They had like the this bootleg Blu-ray section too. This is slightly off topic, but I came across a Blu-ray set that I absolutely had to have. Something that I grew up with, and that is Celebrity Deathmatch.
Very nice.
It's like
I had to have this.
It's all the seasons. He was like,
"This is all the seasons." I'm like, "Say no more. I need it."
Say less. Say less.
Yeah, I had to have this.
I want to see Hunter Ninja Bear versus Kung Fu Panda. Exactly. You know, Hunter Ninja Bear just sounds like he's half black, half Asian. That sounds like there's a problem. You know, like he seems like he's a problem. He's one of those guys you get in a fight, he slaps both legs, and he's ready to go. That's Hunter Ninja Bear.
I was gonna say, is he like the animal version of Show Enough?
Exactly.
I could see that now that you mention it.
Oh man, I can't.
Real quick, excellent news. Saw Goodfellas over the weekend for the first time.
For the first time.
You saw for the first time. Congrats, man. Because that is
very nice.
You should be very happy about that. I mean, it's definitely one of the best movies.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my favorite. I remember going home. We would go home during like great, like was it before high school? We would go and we watch Snatch and Goodfellas because Snatch we used to watch Snatch all the time. It was
Oh,
crazy.
you can never go wrong with that one. Well, either of them.
Yeah. Joe Pesci in Goodfellas is one of my favorites. Do I entertain you? Do I look like a fucking clown?
Oh, he's great in Goodfellas.
Oh yeah.
That cell phone was messed up. Yeah, so it's doing pretty good on the laptop.
Hey, Perp said, "Hey, who's the master?" Show enough.
Show enough.
I tell you, man. If I didn't have my dreads in, I would. Yeah, like Bruce Leroy and Show Enough, I'll definitely go.
Oh, yeah.
Have those shoulder pads, the red ones. Oh man, I can't. I love it.
Wait, you don't have Brandon be Bruce Leroy and you Show Enough?
I ain't I'm not letting them win.
I think you already got that one. You're significantly bigger than me.
Hey, all I know is I'm not losing vanity. No, man.
Yeah, so man, I'm kind of jealous that you guys went to C2E2 because like this is the first year I missed in a long time.
And everybody don't feel bad for Tank.
Yeah.
Because Tank is literally in Florida. He went to Disney and Tank made his own lightsaber.
I got right here.
That's so cool.
Literally made his own lightsaber. So, don't feel bad for him. You feel bad for us that we had to deal with the cold. We had to walk in the cold all the way through,
Yeah, no, it's like 90 degrees over here. There you go.
It's like 60 here. Come on, man.
It's awesome. But not only that. So I did Star Wars. Got to ride Rise. That Rise was a great ride. Oh man.
You made a video.
Immersive.
It was I was watching, I was like, wow, I feel like I know exactly what's going on.
It's so good. It's so good. But then I also got a Sith holocron now. Which is pretty awesome. So I have the blue one, which is the Jedi, but the Sith one is pretty awesome. It's kind of loud. But I think Sidious talks. So yeah. So then you can put the different crystals in here. It'll give you different messages. So
that's
love it.
Incredible. Now, yeah. You just flexing now. Now he's like, oh yeah, you went to C2E2? Yeah, that's why. Look, watch this, right?
Yeah. Watch this. Check this out, right?
And look, so he could change the color of his lightsaber.
Yeah.
You see these?
So green, yellow, white. I have purple in the saber, and then I have blue and red at home. So I really have all the colors.
He's literally ready to be any Jedi right now.
Yeah. So, dude, I just love carrying this thing around. It's so heavy. Like all of this is metal, and then the inside is where the electronics are at. But it is hefty. It's got some weight to it. So yeah. So I got to do that. We went to Disney.
Awesome people.
Nice.
That is awesome.
Oh, now I feel left out. I'm the only person who doesn't own a lightsaber.
Just get a flashlight. Dude, I've been wanting to build a lightsaber.
He's been talking about it for years, man. As long as I know, like, we need to go do this. And I'm now jealous because now he has a cool one, and I ordered one from C2E2, but it's not the same. Not the Walmart. Don't worry about my fresh values lightsaber. I mean, don't worry about that. It's all right.
I still don't have a lightsaber myself. They're so cool. This is so cool, man. And then on Etsy, people make customize parts because all these parts come off. Like this comes off, and I can get a different, emitter. So I can put something else on here, and then I can customize this even more. And people on Etsy like 3D print a bunch of cool shit. So I might buy some custom parts. I don't know, but
just rubbing it in. I got Hunter Ninja Bear. You have a real lightsaber.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I do like this though. I get this drawing. Right here.
Yeah, the art you got was sick. That was
I'm
cool.
definitely getting that framed. But this is the one I love.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And if you look into it, like you see, one with Chadwick is all the Panthers are in the trees, they're calm and everything. One when he's Black Panther, they're ready to fight. They're up and ready to pounce. I mean, literally one of my favorite things. I mean, I cannot wait to get this framed, put this in my office.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought saw that. That's so cool.
What is it?
Number 2 is 10 times better than this lightsaber. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's fun. All right, so that's enough of us being real big geeks.
Yeah,
this is what we do. Super nerds. Yeah, we're king of the nerds. This is why we're spoiler kings right here.
Oh, I think we had this is from Encanto. We went to the outlet already. Got that.
Dude,
I got a Mickey back there.
And Mickey, hey, we took a picture with Mickey.
I saw.
Yep, we did.
I was like,
we did.
I'm at Disney and I didn't even take a picture with Mickey.
Yeah,
you in Chicago. I took a picture with Mickey.
Oh no, and this is the last thing. My last thing for C2E2. I'll talk about.
Oh, that one's cool.
This is zombie Black Panthers, zombie T'Challa. It's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm building a new shelf and putting it back there too.
That's massive, man. That's one of those big
huge
ones.
I was like, man, I saw it. I was like, I love that. She was like, you want to buy it right now? I was like, no, I'm gonna walk around. She was like, look, I'm gonna put it in the back, and it's gonna wait for you. And I came back like 2 hours later. And she was like, yeah, it's still here for you, just for you.
Yeah,
like, damn it. Okay, I guess I gotta buy it now.
Yeah. Like, here's the money.
Exactly. I was like, here's a piece of paper with my name on it. Just writing the price. Go ahead.
Hey, so that's a different Mickey.
What did Mickey do with the Chirac? Hey, talk about the Chirac. That's exactly what Mickey is. All the time. Yeah, it's a different Mickey, though. It's a different Mickey.
Yeah.
Cheese is a little bit different. All right, we've been talking about all this cool stuff, but you guys want to jump into some trailers?
Yep.
Yeah, let's knock those out.
All right, so I already got Blue Beetle already pulled up, so I guess I hit the transition, see if I don't mess it up this time, and we'll talk about Blue Beetle. All right. And welcome back to the Spoiler Kings. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Tank Kramer and my brand man Brandon. What's up?
What's up, guys?
I forgot who you were for a second, I guess.
I know, right?
It's terrible. But today we got Blue Beetle got released, the trailer. Mm-hmm. I was so excited. I have not seen it. These two guys have. But of course, so I'm pulling it up right now. I want to share with you guys and let's react to it.
Yeah.
So let me pull this up right now. Make sure you guys can hear it. Let me know. Comes fast.
So I seen it already, and I can't wait to talk about it.
Oh man, dude! Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Brandon, what's your first words?
Yeah, it looks solid. I think it looks really, really cool. I had watched it during lunch earlier this afternoon, and wasn't quite sure what to think because we've heard, like such a minimal amount of information for this movie. Mm-hmm. But I like it. It looks like a like DC's answer to Guyver,
Yeah.
But my first thought was, wow, DC spent a lot of money on this. It does not look bad. Like, it doesn't look like they just threw things against the wall and just threw a movie out there just because. Mm-hmm. And if they spent this money on it, why is this not going forward? It just seems really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm questioning why. Why, if you're going to spend this money and have this great character, why not guarantee that it's going to follow in the DCU?
It could. For all we, it could lend itself to the new universe. even it seems like Gunn hasn't even ruled it out, kind of based on kind of like a small kind of here and there things that he said or hinted at. So it very well, I think, I'm just kind of waiting it out at this point. It very well, from the sounds of things, it could kind of lend itself into this new universe,
Mm-hmm.
I hope it
Yeah,
does.
especially if it lands and gets on the good graces of audiences from a critical and financial standpoint. It could be incorporated.
I can see it being incorporated because it has nothing.
Mhm.
I don't want to say it has nothing to do with the Snyder stuff, but it
Mhm.
happened after all the Snyder stuff. So
Yeah,
like I
so-
feel like he could sneak
Mhm.
in there like, hey, we're gonna change this and just tweak it a little bit so it can lead into the DCU and not
Mhm.
the Snyder, DCEU stuff. But I hope it looks good. I hope it is actually
Yeah.
good and makes the money.
But then why would
It
he-
really does.
if they spent the money? We see what it looks like.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any VFX problems. I mean, everything looks very, very cool.
Well-
Great trans.
Brandon says it looks like trash. It
does
looks like a
not
Roku
like-
special.
it does
It
not.
looks good. It looks really, really good.
It looks very interesting.
I think it looks really cool. It looks like it has, a vibe very, very respectful and true to the comics. And who else was going to play Jaime Reyes at this point in time other than is
That's
it
the perfect
Zolo?
cast.
Is that how you say his name? Zolo Maraduena.
He's so
Miguel
big
from.
right now. I mean, from Cobra Kai. So I mean, he's so big right now. Of course, he plays him. Of course, George Lopez. If it's going to be a Hispanic family, Mexican guy is going to be around. You got to be George Lopez. Of course, like it's the only one you can find, right? But it's just, I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm interested to see if they can come up with a good enough storyline. If it's a good enough storyline, I agree with you guys. They will incorporate it. I just don't think. Why would you spend that much money and not already like think that this should be part of it?
That should be going for it.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't know, man. I hope maybe they didn't spend that much on VFX. I don't know. I mean,
They had to do something because that looks pretty
it looks
awesome.
good. Yeah.
There's some comments over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I started the first one.
Actually, this one I think.
I started the first one.
That was it. Oh, you did start?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Well,
All right.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I can agree with the concept of it not surviving Gunn's vision. He does kind of based on what he said about like for example Superman, that it's going to be a complete difference in tone from say Suicide Squad or Peacemaker or Guardians of the Galaxy. He was just talking about that earlier today. So it kind of seems like I'm not ruling things out.
No one knows.
I'm not ruling.
No one knows.
No one knows.
It's going to happen, and we've heard something about someone who could be cast as Superman, but we don't know exactly what tone or how it's going to work. So I mean, it's a lot of questions still being left there right now.
Yep. I'm just kind of really waiting to see how it pans out. I think that's all we can do at this point.
Okay. Gorgeek9 says that's a cool and unique transformation just because of how brutal it looked. It did look brutal. It looked like it hurt. It wasn't like Spider-Man like getting bit by a spider and then like squashed it later and then all of a sudden you get superpowers. That was horrible. And then it goes it's like borderline body horror.
Yeah.
Nice to see that it wasn't just me who kind of got that vibe.
No, it was definitely it was a really cool transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how it
got sold me instantly. The Buster Sword.
Yes.
That
looked 7.
Yes. Looked awesome.
And it makes sense. It was like, of course, like a nerdy kid would like, anything you could think of is like, oh yeah, video games.
Exactly.
Or anime. Like I wouldn't be surprised if there's like some anime references in it because he's young. Jaime Reyes is young. High school.
Yeah.
Callbacks. You think you'll have all type of callbacks to anime. But I mean, in here it isn't like he's in high school. It seems like he's more like in fresh.
I think
Fresh out of high school.
I think the synopsis I read earlier said he's going to be like a college grad in this.
That's what he said. Fresh out of college, he's looking for his first job.
Mhm.
So, the View with Drew. My only knowledge of Blue Beetle is his appearance in Batman: The Brave and the Bold.
Mhm.
He's good in that. I highly recommend Young Justice. I believe it's season 2. I could be wrong, but there's a whole arc of Blue Beetle and the Scarabs, and it's such a good story of Blue Beetle. Highly recommend that one.
Mhm.
So,
Xavier said, looks like a family friendly fun for DC. Not sure it will survive Gunn's vision.
Yeah, that's what I was just addressing a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, well, I mean, but
I
that's
think it could.
You don't know because I don't think we know what his vision is.
No, it's too early to say. Really, all we have to go on is, like he had an interview earlier today. I'm not sure, or like I was reading an article earlier today where he said that Superman Legacy is going to be a lot more different in tone than say Peacemaker and Guardians of the Galaxy. So we really have to kind of wait to see more from his vision before leaping to such an assumption.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
I mean, Superman should have a different tone. I'm just saying.
Than Suicide Squad and Gary.
Guardians
and Suicide Squad are kind of one and the same anyway. So yeah, it needs to be very, very different.
It's crazy. Even if they have a lower budget, their movie still looks better than a lot of MCU movies with higher budgets. Yeah, but the storyline and how much money are you really making off the movies? I mean, I think Black Adam looked good and still only made under $400 million. Ant-Man, Black Adam to Ant-Man. Ant-Man makes $100 million more, and Ant-Man had definitely had problems still. So
visually, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So insiders, like if you're Anon, say it's a good movie but not amazing. I could believe that. I could believe it's a good starter because you know what? When you're having movies that are starting off a storyline, you really can't pull up all the stops. Like it's very rare that you get a beginning movie that's that good. Like because you're just trying to get the tip of the iceberg. You don't want to give you the entire,
Yeah, like you have to introduce a character before you can bring in like the crazy cool bad guys and stuff like that. Like you have to introduce like, oh, here he is. Here's his powers. Here's this world. And now you start.
This is how he became who he is.
Yeah.
So given those introductions, I understand that.
Yeah.
But is there anyone who has ever done that knocked it out of the park that much besides Iron Man?
Spider-Man, Homecoming.
Spider-Man, yeah.
I mean,
but also because it's Spider-Man, everyone knows his backstory.
Exactly.
No one, like I believe Drew said like he doesn't know anything about Jaime and Blue Beetle.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't. So now that's a big obstacle you need to overcome.
Yeah, I know, and that's going to be something that Gunn is good at. But this is not his character, so does he do that? I don't know. That's the question. All right, I could definitely see them doing a team up movie with Booster Gold down the line.
Yes.
Which would be awesome. You're
not the first person I heard that to say that. Booster Gold was the first thing that people thought of. Like, all right, Blue Beetle. I like those type of characters. I mean, I love it for Gunn too.
Yeah, and it's nice to see kind of more obscure, lesser known characters, kind of get more exposure and introductions to, audiences that are a little more mainstream or a little more like mainstream audiences that are, big. Obviously the three of us and everybody tuning in right now is or commenting right now is familiar with Blue Beetle, but if you can execute the character correctly, kind of like with what they did with Guardians, and it's a good hit. You're pretty much good to go moving from there. So I'm really hoping this is a good movie, and like I said,
and it has to get a chance, and hopefully they give him a chance. That's the other question.
Yeah.
So, definitely nice to see DC or Warner Brothers giving other characters who aren't named Batman a shot.
Question is how
You
long?
know,
How long? I like that
Mhm.
they went with a practical suit. I
Yeah.
mean, I think the suit looked great. I mean,
Mhm.
it wasn't too much CGI, but
Is it a practical? Well, I know some of it's practical because the pictures, the leaked
yes,
pictures.
you see that he's wearing a suit in most of the movie. So the transition might be something that's CGI, but what he's wearing a suit, like Batman's wearing a suit.
Yeah. I think it's got to be like a hybrid thing, kind of what they did with with Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know,
definitely.
Iron Man was like he wore, especially in like the first one, he wore like a full suit, and then they touched it up with CGI and did all the fun stuff. But
Yeah.
And Horror Geek also said it was originally a streaming movie.
Yes. HBO Max.
Yep.
That's what
Yep. Originally was.
Until it got a backlash and then gave a theatrical push.
Mm-hmm. And I believe, I could be wrong, I think the new ownership was like, no. We're not doing that shit anymore. Like it goes to theater first and then it comes to streaming. So
I mean, they made mistakes before, so yeah, I'm glad they made it's a better business decision, but hopefully they make good overall decisions for this entire universe. Because I always say DC has the better characters. They really do. If they use the storylines and understand where everything needs to be, then this could be great. This could be gold.
Yep. Yep. Definitely could be. Just do right by the characters.
Exactly.
That's really all it takes in the end.
Xavier said, I wonder if they will say Booster Gold team up with Ted Cord Blue Beetle.
If they even go that route.
And how long will they have to wait? And then how far are they even looking down the road? Is Gunn thinking that far?
Yeah, with this character.
Can you imagine that they replace this Blue Beetle immediately? And can you imagine that type of backlash?
Yeah, it depends on how popular it gets. I'm hoping because Neymar got so popular with like the Hispanic community with the character and the reimagining of the character. But I'm like, here is a character who is made from the start as a young Mexican American man that becomes this hero, and he's his own character. He's not rehashing, he's not reinventing, brand new. So hopefully, I'm hoping, and he's already well loved, the actual actor. So I'm hoping all that kind of builds up and like, oh shit, we did that for Namor, but here is a real character made from the start. As Hispanic.
Yeah, he just
hopefully.
I agree. All right, Brandon says it looks super cheap. It doesn't look like a lot of SFX in it. I'll watch it, but I'm not paying for that. I'll pay to see Flash because that looks awesome. But this is Beetle. No, dude, I don't know, man.
You're gonna pay for a child molesting groomer, but not the.
Allegedly.
We're not saying it actually happened, guys. We weren't there. That's all.
Yeah, but
they said that sword does look dope, though. It does, and it looks like everything that we would. If I was imagining it, that's exactly a broad sword like that. So cool. Matter of fact, I'm surprised Tank doesn't have one right now. If he was at home, he'd probably be pulling it out.
I wish I had a Buster sword.
Do you guys think Blue Beetle will be similar to Guardians of the Galaxy 1? In which going into it, people aren't sure what is to think, but when people see it, they love it. I sure hope that's exactly what we get.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're going to get. People know who Spider-Man is. People know who Batman is. People know who Superman is. You'd say Blue Beetle. Most people are like, huh?
Yeah.
Same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy. No one knew who they were.
Yeah.
Oh no, I knew who they were. That was the comic that when I was looking through the bin, I was like, Guardians of the Galaxy. I skipped it. Went to the next
like we knew who they were, but like like the casual audience probably didn't. Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean, when that came out, I think it was early on in the MCU world. And I told my mom, like, oh, that's gonna be good. It's it's a cool cast of characters, James Gunn. And my mom's like, I don't want to see it. It has a talking raccoon in a tree. That looks stupid. I was like, yeah, but and then look at it. It's one of the biggest franchises now, in the MCU. So
there's a movie about a talking raccoon in a tree, and it turned out to be awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. And what's it? We heard I Am Groot so many times, and how much money did Vin Diesel make off I Am Groot?
So
same
3
words.
I hope that's what we get.
So it does look like it was shot for streaming. I didn't think it was that bad. Besides the fake screaming when he was transforming, that might have been a little bit overacting. But overall, I didn't think it looked bad. I thought that it looked fun. Like
I really appropriate for the character.
I didn't hear what you said. What you said one more time?
I like the way it looks. It seems very appropriate for the character.
Yeah, same.
That's how I feel about it. Yeah.
And also keep in mind that that in Gunn's universe they can mix PG-13 stuff with R-rated stuff. But that's something that he does. He does it well. He does that very well. So I agree with that.
Yeah.
And he keeps saying that that's why it looks cheap, because it's supposed to be streaming. And
you're just hating for the sake of hating now, aren't you, Brad?
How does DC have better characters? Because the greatest characters of all time are all DC. All of them are.
And that's not a slight against Marvel. They just have. I agree. Green Lantern.
Yeah, I mean, Aquaman. Like you when you think DC's characters, Aquaman. Their characters are just better than Marvel's characters. Marvel characters are like B-level characters to DC characters.
Yeah,
that's what they are.
The first thing you think of, like superhero, Superman pops up. Superman. You think of like comic book person, comic book character, Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman. Like those pop up. Those are the first things that pop up because they're just put in your face all the time. You know what I mean? Especially like our age, like Batman the Anime Series, Justice Unlimited. Like we got exposed to DC way before anything Marvel. Like I can't think of anything Marvel besides X-Men.
Even Batman. I mean, everything you could think of was all DC. Everything.
Yeah. Well, all right. X-Men and Spider-Man. I can't think of anything else. Yeah, but DC was great.
X-Men 92 and Spider-Man. But Spider-Man's just always been there. So
yeah, Spider-Man's always been there.
So,
but
I doubt we'll see Ted Cord Beetle in the big role. DC has kind of moved past him.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're just going to stick with Jaime Reyes.
Yeah. Exactly. Jaime was the Beetle a bunch of media, Injustice, Young Justice, Brave and the Bold, etc. So if you're going to use any of those things, yes, you're going to still kind of keep that going. So yeah, I agree. I agree 100% with that.
Yeah, it's also a different Blue Beetle. Like it's kind of like the Green Lantern thing. There's Green Lantern. I can't think, the original from Justice Society, where it was like magic and shit, and then they reimagined the entire character, whereas like the ring and the power battery and all that stuff. So it was kind of like that. So he's the new. He is the Blue Beetle now.
So Brandon came back and said, you have a point about the DC name, Batman, Superman. You're right about that, but their films universe sucks. So you're not wrong. DC has done a terrible job. But I ask you again, what is the greatest comic book movie of all time?
So that a lot of people are probably gonna say Endgame or Infinity War. Now,
it's gonna be close. I think the best standalone movie would be Dark Knight. I think it was so good that people would it would have won the Oscar. Like it would have won all those things. So I feel like best acting, everyone respected it, and this came out 20 years before.
It's definitely up there for me, at least. But that's the problem. Yeah, as DC gets on track, then they are legit gonna be a good competitor for Marvel.
I sure hope they do. I'm not a big DC believer, not because of the characters, but because of the leadership. I just don't believe. I think when you only think about money all the time, it's kind of hard. So I don't know. We will see. We'll see. And then Brandon says, Dark Knight, yes, but it was such a unique spin on the superhero movie. Yeah. It was dark and it was amazing. And it was the first time I saw something. It's the first time I saw something that made sense to me. It totally made sense. Like, I'm not gonna see that. I could see everything that was going on there. That was just so good. So I'm a huge, even though I don't believe Batman superhero. But I'm gonna stop right there.
Yes.
We could go on we could go on that topic all night if we wanted to.
Yeah, we're already running late.
I don't think any of us have that kind of time, do we?
All right, you guys got anything else about this before we wrap it up?
I think with Blue Beetle, that's all I had. I think it looks entertaining. I'm going to see it for sure.
Super excited about it.
August, we got an opportunity to finally see this. I think it's going to be really good. I'm interested to see what DC does in the next couple of months because we're going to have The Flash, we're going to have Blue Beetle. If they hit two movies out of the park and people actually go and support it, DC could be on a run. So this could can catapult even James Gunn's universe to the stratosphere. You never know. So I'm hoping. I'm here's hoping.
Yeah,
we'll see. Yeah. But that is our reaction to this trailer, the Blue Beetle. Let us know what you guys think. We got a lot of comments in our live stream. If you're watching this, not right now, right live, please let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you're thinking about Blue Beetle. Is this going to be a good movie? Is this going to be entertaining? Are you going to go see it? Are you going to support it? How you like Jaime? What are your thoughts? So please let us know. Like and subscribe. We're really trying to get to our 1,000. I have a lot of cool giveaways that we're going to really start pushing in the next couple of weeks. Yeah. So I cannot wait to be able to tell you about them. But right now I got to keep them on the wraps. But if you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, you'll see when we go live, and you will hear some of our new giveaways very soon. Thanks everybody, and we're gonna go on to our next topic. All right.
Cool.
You guys want to do Secret Invasion, or we're gonna go into Dungeons and Dragons?
Let's do Secret Invasion, and then we'll get into Dungeons.
Yeah.
And then if we have time at the end.
Section 2. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's do it right now because we're running through time.
Yep.
Okay.
And welcome back to Spoiler Kings. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Tank Kramer and Brandman Brandon. How's it going, guys?
Not too bad.
Pretty good.
We're here. Secret Invasion's trailer just dropped. I cannot wait to watch it with you guys. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to pull it up and let's start watching it.
I'm ready when you are.
All right, let me know if you hear it.
Yes.
Fury. Since you've been gone, things have gotten much worse. Why do you think I came back?
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us, old friend.
This is personal.
Very few of us know about the wars fought in the shadows that have raged on this planet. Do you feel responsible?
I want to know what those blue things are.
Where are the Avengers? This war is one I have to fight.
Alone.
You're the most wanted man on the planet.
You don't know what they have planned for you.
The great Nick Fury. last fight.
Yeah, I think that looks really cool.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's awesome. This could be the thing that we've been waiting for a long time.
Yeah, I'm really hoping for it because I know we've had multiple conversations about how Phase 4 of the MCU has been very, very divisive. I agree. It hasn't landed as much as the phases before it. I'm hoping this is a return to form. It looks really, really. I like the whole espionage kind of conspiracy, vibe that it seems to have, which is appropriate because I believe the showrunner is. I don't think he created Mr. Robot, but I think he was like one of the producers. He had a hand in Mr. Robot, and I think if you're going to have somebody involved with this, people behind Mr. Robot are really good for Secret Invasion.
I can see that.
Just kind, yeah, just with the elements of conspiracy, not knowing who to trust, kind of always looking over your shoulder. I think he's a good fit for this content. And Skrulls, more Skrulls taking over. It's got a lot of potential behind it. So I have high hopes personally.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
I think about
surprised.
how many Samuel Jackson movies are terrible, especially when it's ones that spend money, like literally.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even Snakes on the Plane was still fine, like because it's just Samuel Jackson just yelling. Like, I mean, how can it be bad? I don't see how that's possible.
See, Snakes on a Plane knew what it was supposed to be, and it really didn't disappoint. I had a lot of fun seeing that.
Yeah, it's like even at his worst, he's still amazing.
Yeah.
And Nick Fury is definitely a character he made into his own. You know what I mean?
Can you think of Nick Fury before Samuel Jackson? Like, can you think of Nick Fury? Like,
I mean, the comics basically changed Nick Fury. They're like, oh yeah, no, he's
What you didn't think of David Hasselhoff?
Samuel Jackson is Nick Fury. That they're synonymous for each other. They are literally the same thing. Is Nick Fury going to die in this thing?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
You don't kill Nick Fury. You don't kill Nick Fury.
Man,
yeah.
I can see it. I can
maybe.
See
I mean,
them kill off Nick Fury here.
But I think they need to keep him alive because he needs to reinvent. And that's what I think might happen at the end of this is like, he's like, okay, you know what? I thought we were done. We don't need the Avengers. Maybe we do. And I think he reinvents the Avengers with a new group. You know what I mean?
So Nick Fury will then be another one who's added to Captain America.
Not necessarily, because like
that's where they're going to get the Avengers from.
I think you're gonna find. I think the Captain America might show even more of a reason why you need somebody like a Nick Fury, like because Nick Fury was leading them until they became self-governance. I don't know, like they were able to handle shit on their own, and then Nick Fury just dipped out and doing his secret spy shit. But now he's coming back. He's like, you know what? The world's really messed up. You got all this crazy stuff, and now it's not just the world; it's the whole universe. Maybe we do Avengers 2.0. Or New Avengers, and he helps them become the new thing. I could see that, or I could see him dying at the end of this too.
You can always use Star-Lord T'Challa. I'm just throwing it out there for everybody. Star-Lord T'Challa will solve everyone's problems. Everything will be better in the entire universe.
Yeah. Just snakes on a plane. Snakes on a plane.
Which would be awesome.
What if he does that?
Snakes.
He goes, I'm tired of these mother effing Skrulls in this mother effing
planet.
I mean, you're gonna get motherfucking from Jackson.
He hasn't done it.
I feel like he should
they cut him off the few times he did almost say it.
Yeah, like an Infinity War.
Yep. At the post-credit scene.
Wouldn't that feel good though
Mm.
if you got one? Just everyone feel like finally. Like you expect it every time he opens his mouth, you expect to hear it, right?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like, oh man.
So real quick before we get into the comments, I don't know if they're gonna follow the comic book line. It seems
No,
like
no,
they're
it's gonna. I think it's
loosely-
gonna be very, very different. Yeah, it's gonna be
like
very,
very
different.
loose. Because I'm like, damn, do we get a Super Scroll? I don't know if we get a Super Scroll or not,
Mhm.
but I'm really curious to see what they do. It seems this is gonna be more.
You do see the one scroll at the end, like stretching his arm.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he's the one that he has all those copies of himself. And I think you are going to get the Super Scroll. But
Yeah,
my,
that would be cool.
my question is, is he going to be able to defeat him?
Mhm.
And does he risk his life?
Yeah.
Basically stops everything.
Definitely going to be more of a whodunit kind of
Exactly.
conspiracy
Mm-hmm.
type.
I'm excited for it though. Great cast.
I've been waiting for this. I was worried.
Almost gave me Manchurian Candidate vibes at certain points in the trailer.
That's a good comp. I like that. That's a good comp. Manchurian Candidate. Not know who to trust, where to go. That's a very good comp.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hit these comments up real quick, and then we'll go from there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nick Fury, aka Logan Style, with the Winter Soldier elements. I'm in.
Yeah.
You said everything. You said it.
Yeah. It looks like it's not going to be jokey like the last bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What happened to Brain?
Wait, it kind of froze up on me, or
Yeah, you pixelized.
It's all like white. Oh, excuse me.
Derpy says, "Yo,
hello?
I'm here."
What's up, Derby?
So I got my tickets for Mario Friday. Yep, yeah. I got mine Wednesday.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I gotta get mine. I gotta get a handle on when I'm going.
Yeah, I might drag Erica.
I'm definitely
she don't
going
want to see it, but
She
I
doesn't
might
want to
drag her.
see it. It's only an hour
Do
and
you
a
want
half.
to see Mario?
She doesn't want to hear Chris Pratt.
It's the Mia.
Yeah.
People are giving Chris Pratt way too much crap. Everyone knows they were going to get a big actor from the beginning. You know, like the complaints about Chris Pratt are getting a little absurd to me.
Hey, come on, guys, don't get mad at Booster Gold. I mean, what? Never mind.
Yeah, and everyone, you know, did everyone just expect Mario in this movie to just say it's a me Mario and woohoo? You know, they were going to give him lines. They were going to get a big actor to say these lines. You know,
Geek says, I've heard very mixed things about Mario. It's Illumination, so I don't expect much. Like Minions, it'll probably make bank. I agree. It's an hour and a half, so it's not going to be it's not this huge, deep dive into Mario. They're going to have Mario Karts. They're going to have Wario. They're going to have stuff, elements that you see. King Koopa. They're going to have a bridge that probably disappears. You're going to get those things,
Mm-hmm. I didn't even think about that.
He's gonna grab a thing from the flagpole. He's gonna slide down things iconic things you see from Mario. I don't think it's gonna be this huge. Like
I did hear there's at least one post credit scene that might set up future stuff, which obviously like they're definitely going for a Super Nintendo universe now.
Oh yeah,
I'm
definitely.
Okay. All right, back to what we were talking about. So, Xavier said, "I'm here for Star-Lord T'Challa." That's what I'm saying. Just snatch him up from the multiverse. That's what I'm just saying. Go get Idris Elba.
You can't because he's already him though.
Oh yeah, he is. He's him though. Hodge, I could go.
Hodge. I'm cool with that one.
Yeah, so I mean, go get Hawkman and make him a Star-Lord T'Challa. And it'll work out just for it. It'll be perfect.
I still want John David Washington, but
he'd be good.
I think he's not. He doesn't. He's small.
He's not big enough. Yeah,
he's not. That's my problem.
Small guy.
Just on a side note, I always believe Susie Essman can say the F word better than Samuel L. Jackson. She's Jeff's wife from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, better than Samuel L. Jackson.
I might have to make I think he gave me an idea for a little edit for a short. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna put a compilation of them saying the F word. That's a good one.
Blows my mind. I don't know, man. I don't know. Every time I see Samuel,
Yeah.
I expect a motherfucker. Like
I think Sam Jackson is the gold standard.
He has
when it comes to
he has a wallet that says "bad motherfucker." Like, come on, man.
But who owns the record for saying it the most?
It's
true. Not Sam Jackson.
That's not true. That's not true. Yeah, it's true. He's not the one. But he looks at you and he know he's saying it. That's how good he is. He didn't gotta say. He just looks at you like, he just still called me a motherfucker. That's it's crazy.
I just feel like we just need a movie of him. That's the only word he says, just so he can overtake Jonah Hill, because Jonah Hill doesn't deserve that award. I'm sorry.
That's good. That's 100% great.
Absolutely not.
Do the I am Groot or the I am Klaus. I am Klaus. Just do motherfucker. Different variations of tone. In it.
I still.
Me too.
Yeah. By the way, I have that wallet. I have that wallet too, actually.
Anything else you guys thinking about this Secret Invasion?
I think that's pretty much it.
So
I hope it's great. I really do.
So we get no Avengers. Do we get any superheroes at all in this movie?
I think there could be surprises. I think there could be surprise cameos. I do.
Maybe Brie
I'm
Larson.
kind of asking.
Yeah,
I could see Captain Marvel showing up, but since this is all on Earth and she's off planet, I could see like the Skrulls kind of imitating some of the Avengers on Earth. We did see Rhodey in the trailer, but I do think there very well could be other surprises that they're keeping under wraps. Marvel, that's kind of their MO, keeping things under wraps.
And they're good at it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I wouldn't surprise me. I like that this is a series or a season, because then you're able to dive deeper
into it. Exactly.
So hopefully it's good.
Yeah, there's a lot more room to do more. I think there's only so much you can compress into 2 hours. You don't really want to exploit the 3-hour thing.
Yeah. Not all the time.
I mean,
no. So
Nick Fury, if before he's anything, he's a detective, and this is kind of what we're going to get. We're going to get more being a detective, trying to take ownership of everything. But I, at the end of the day, I feel like he's still unable to do it alone. I think that's something he's going to have to learn. And possibly he doesn't die because he has to ask for someone for help. And that allows him not to die. And then someone else dies because of that.
I can see Tom Holland showing up.
Oh no, Tom Holland wouldn't. You said you can or cannot?
I can. I can see him popping in.
Because Nick Fury, does he know who Tom Holland is? Does he know who Spider-Man is?
But that's what, maybe because he's that good of a spy that he refigured it out. You think? I don't know.
I'm interested. That's a really cool point. What about you guys? I mean, if you're watching this now, I just read your comments right now, but if you're watching it later on replay, let us know what you guys are thinking. What do you think we're going to get from this Secret Invasion? Are we going to get, Nick Fury figuring it all out on himself? Are we going to get a lot of people joining him? Are we going to get a surprise Avenger? Are we going to have the beginnings of seeds of what the Avengers are going to look at in the future? So, I mean, those are all possibilities. I want to know what you guys think. So if you're watching this, please like the video, please comment, and please subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000. We're trying to get as many people before we start to announce what we're going to do for our big giveaway. We're going to do a big giveaway for 1,000 subscribers. Giveaways, exactly. We're not just having one winner. We might have 1, 2, 3. You never know, how it goes. But thank you guys for watching our videos. Please, as I said, like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Share the videos. Send it to your friends. And please join us for all of our live streams. We're here Mondays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. hit the bell notification so you know we went live. Thank you guys, and we're going to our next topic. Thanks, guys. All right. The moment I all been waiting for, Dungeons and Dragons. I've been waiting for like 13 days, man.
I know you've been waiting. Oh, that's right. You saw it early.
I've been waiting for a long time, man. It's been.
We saw it today. So.
Oh, you saw it just today.
And you're able to talk about other things. I mean, I was surprised about this whole thing, but let me not get into it too much.
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right, you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. And welcome back to the Spoiler Kings, guys. Dungeons and Dragons was amazing, in my opinion. I can't wait to hear what everyone else was thinking about it. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Kramer and Brandman Brandon. Guys, come on, tell me something. What you think about this whole Dungeons and Dragons?
So it had no business being this good. It had no business being as good as it was. Holy crap. Such a fun time. It was I was thinking, at the very least it's gonna be an improvement over the 2001 with Jeremy Irons and Marlon Wayans. But this just really blew my expectations out of the water. Holy crap. I haven't had that much fun in the theater in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very, very tongue in cheek. Just the tone was absolutely perfect for a Dungeons and Dragons movie. The cast, great cast. I was never a D&D player. I've read that there were some great callbacks to the games.
Yeah,
there was one in particular. Yeah, there was one in particular. Just knowing the '80s cartoon that was freaking great.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I had a great time. I'm probably gonna go see it again. I might even heck, I don't even think I have too many plans tomorrow. I might just go to tomorrow after work again because I enjoyed it that much. When did Hugh Grant finally, like, one day say to himself, "I'm going to stop being in these romantic comedies and basically playing it the same," and then ended up going like, I'm going to be this great character actor." Just from the Guy Ritchie movies he's been in the past couple of years. Operation Fortune, he was great in. The Gentleman, he was great in. This, he was absolutely hilarious in.
He realized he was getting old, so he had to change his thing. He had to change it up a little bit. He's going curveball.
Yeah. He did. I don't want to say he didn't age gracefully, but he was definitely getting older, and it's harder to do those.
He's like the old Keaton. Like I'm talking about.
Yeah, right.
What do you think, Tank? What you think about the Dungeons and Dragons?
Man, I didn't say, like Brandon said, it had no business being that good, and it really didn't. Like a good cast. I'm like, okay, I love Michelle Rodriguez, love Chris Pine. Who was it? Justice Smith, super great. I like him a lot. And Hugh Grant, I was like, yeah, like Hugh Grant been in like some of the Guy Ritchie stuff, but nothing big yet. Like I feel like this was like the first big theater kind of thing he's been in a while. He has been in other things.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of
smaller.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of supporting roles.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned a minute ago, he was in Operation Fortune. He was absolutely hilarious in that.
Yeah, which I do want to see that one.
The chat is saying exactly what I want to tell you guys. Reggie Gene Page, every scene that he was in was unbelievable. The dude was so cool. Even though he was just so suave. He's obviously not human, but just it's cold. Like he's one of those things that'll blow up something and just can be walking around slowly, like as he's walking away. Like he just was so awesome. Every scene he was in. I want
but yeah, he was like a badass. That was like one of my bad things was I thought he was going to be in the main battle at the end, and he really wasn't. But he was.
Yeah.
I liked his style of character because it would remind me of someone like Drax, where everything's very straightforward. Very literal.
Yeah.
Which was funny, and then also like everything
with
his powers. was like
Mm.
he was just a badass. You know, he just looked.
Yeah, I like that they played it for laughs.
Yeah. Also, just like
You
for me,
know.
I'm not a big paladin kind of person because they always seem like a holier than thou kind of like I'll heal you. Oh, I'll be a tank at this time. It was like, so paladins are kind of that few guys, but and also my friend Armando is a big paladin player in everything, so I can talk trash to him.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
I thought it was so cool that he was so powerful. He was like, "No, you're on your own crusade. You don't really need me. You need to figure out these things about yourself." Like he's like, "Oh, it's nice you guys are on your little crusade. I've done 10,000 of these." It's like he's a D&D player who's been doing it for so long. He's so good.
Mm-hmm.
If he entered the
Mm-hmm.
game changes. So he decided to hold himself out, and then when you guys get big enough, then you could join me. I felt like that way the whole time. Like every scene he was in, he was just so cool. Just like, oh yeah, I got all the cool stuff. I know how to do all these things. I know how to answer all the questions. I know all the doors. I know all the tricks. Right. And that's why I kind of in my mind what I saw.
Yeah. Even when they introduced him, I thought it was so like pretentious a little bit, but in a funny way.
Yeah, definitely.
Like oh, he just held me. He didn't kill me. And he just held my head, and I died, and I trusted him. I was like, it's so stupid, and it was just. But it fit the character. It is like how automatically trust, and then everyone in the group knew who he was. He goes, oh, I heard about, except for Chris Pine. He goes, no, that's him.
Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't know this guy. Everyone else, well, actually, I heard him. So that was just so funny.
Yeah, it really was. Real quick, that's one thing I should say this movie did the best, was able to take action and funny and like stuff like that and put it together really perfectly. You know, it was funny, and then the action was great action. Michelle Rodriguez kicked ass, but the funny was on point.
She's like kicking ass, and Chris Pine is still trying to break his chains, like break his little rope, like.
And we got him now.
On the ropes now, let's go. So that I agree. All right. Is there anything?
I'm trying to think of what.
What?
What was that?
I was gonna say.
I was trying to think of.
Haven't said anything because we're talking about all these things, but is there anything good that we haven't said that you really want to make sure you make a point before we go into any bads?
Well, I think we already mentioned the tone, the the acting, the action scenes, how it kind of combined action and comedy. It almost kind of there were elements that kind of reminded me of A Knight's Tale.
Yep.
That's what I want to say next. But I think that was, I think for the most part that pretty much covers it. I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I would give one last thing. The visual effects were pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't like what's her name, the druid who would shapeshift. That was pretty good. Mm-hmm. You know, what was she? Like, owlbear or some stupid, which was awesome. So, but yeah, I thought that was really good.
I mean, even the games, the maze was good. Everything was so well thought out. As someone like if you played Dungeons and Dragons, you understood why they're doing what they're doing, and even if you win, you can lose, and it's a point that they kind of made sure you understood. You can win this game. You can get to the middle of this maze. It doesn't mean that you're going to win. And I thought that was very intelligent. It's very nice that they were able to pull that out because that happens all the time. Oh, I made it to the win. I'm the winner. And then someone came to cut your neck and you lose. And that's kind of the thing I got out of it.
Yeah. They set up emotions really well too. You know what I mean? Like you felt mostly for the main character, you know, even Michelle Rodriguez. I think at one point you kind of like, oh, you know, all the shit she went through. Yeah. But obviously, Pines character, like you're like, oh shit, and then more comes out later. You're like, oh damn, you know. So it gets you emotionally invested. I think enough where you're really rooting for them by the end.
Yeah, the humor, the comedy, and the drama. Kind of balance, kind of reminded me of Thor Ragnarok a little bit, where it had just that like a good enough balance between the two.
Good story along with good characters, good character development. And then even when you hurt like see Hoga's hurt, whatever, seeing that still it's a little guy and she's she's this big brawny woman. The dichotomy of that it was so cool. I enjoyed that. So I mean they did it multiple times, and then Chris Pine was comparing his wife, and then I'll get to this other part because I don't like this one part, but it is what it is. So let's get right into it. Any negatives? Anything you didn't like?
Before we get into the negatives, you wanna bring up some of these comments real quick?
Yeah,
we'll knock a few of them out because there's one horror geek brought up that I did like.
All right, let's go. Love Dungeons and Dragons. Reggie Jean Page and Justice Smith being my favorite things about the movie. All right, I'm with that. Even with good legs, its international numbers are probably too low to be profitable, but I hope it does really well once it hits streaming. It did beat John Wick.
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons beat John Wick this week, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, which is kind
of or at least knocked it off the number one spot.
Yeah.
So,
Reggie Jean Page was a scene stealer, a great cast, a fun time at the theater. It was fun. Yes. It was a lot.
Yeah.
He was basically a dungeon master that helps when needed and dips when because he's OP. That's exactly what it is.
Exactly. He would give you like the info that you need and then dip out.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The bridge scene was awesome. He goes, it's simple. You go this way. I started laughing how complicated it got.
and then, of course, Justice Smith or Simon just touches it like, oh, whoops. My bad.
I didn't know the bridge started here, which was funny.
Timber Show and D&D Big Boy Dragon got a few laughs in my audience. Yeah. Dude.
Big Boy Dragon.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I mean, Reggie Jean Page to be a superhero movie role next. I can see that. I can really see that. I hope someone grabs him. He's such a great actor. Like, I was looking like, what else did he do? And I was like, oh, I understand.
What else was he in?
He's been a lot of stuff, but what's the number one is what's the name? Bridgerton. Yeah. So people love that. Bridgerton. But he's almost too good looking to be a superhero.
Nah, you can.
I don't know, man.
You can find.
You can
good.
You can't be too good. You can never be too good looking for a superhero.
Yeah, you can.
Look at Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, but they had the goofy that to make him so goofy, so you don't have to think about it.
But people were still thinking about it in the context of the Thor movies.
Yeah, that's true. They used a lot of practical stuff for the movie, like Jonathan, the bird person. Yes,
that was hilarious. The whole time he goes, "Is Jonathan here? Is Jonathan?"
I would really like to get back to my story, but Jonathan's the main part. He's the one I really wanted here. And
that's great.
It was so funny when they're like, we granted you release, and they jumped out the window with Jonathan anyway. Like this wouldn't have been a movie at all. Wouldn't have been the problems at all.
Yeah.
Never played the game. I know nothing about it. It's an adventure thing. It's an adventure game. You're playing with all your friends. There's a lot of scenarios that you got to go through. There's a dungeon master who is really telling you the story, and it's great. I mean, it's a lot of fun. And if you're a nerd and you had nothing to do on a Saturday night, this is what you play Dungeons and Dragons, or you play Risk, or play a game like that type of sort. But it's
very, very long form game.
Yeah, and it's nice to see more fantasy other than like Harry Potter or the Lord of the Rings movies that are legitimately solid. I do think that it had some good world building, and should they make sequels, it did kind of leave some doors open for some other elements that they could explore, I think.
Agreed.
Yeah.
It made some. It was fun, and fun is good sometimes. It was, kind of the fun that I was expecting from like say Shazam that came out a little bit earlier, a couple weeks beforehand. It was just fun. It was just a fun time, you know.
All right, with all that fun time, what negatives did you have about the movie?
Mm-hmm. I do remember at the end, I kind of wanted more out of the out of the arena scene. I think there could have been a little bit more they could have done there. I do think that there were a couple parts that kind of fell into cliche or predictable territory. I'm kind of curious to see how the humor ages a couple years down the line. Like by that I mean, like say for example, when Ragnarok came out, everyone thought it was freaking hilarious, and then a couple years later, people still like Ragnarok, but at the same time, there's people out there that you'll be like, it was too dumb, and they made Thor too much of an idiot, and all this other stuff. So I'm kind of curious to see how it how the humor ages in a few years.
Okay.
And I know I mentioned the balance. It definitely worked for the movie more often than not. I could kind of see how the strike up between humor and drama may not sit well with certain people. Personally, it worked for me. I thought it was great, and I thought it was fun. But I see I could see how it may not sit well with certain people. But overall, those were my main things.
Okay.
If you could even call them things.
All right, Tank, go ahead and get yours.
I really only got one major one that I didn't care for. Was just the instant solve. Like the bridge went down, super funny scene, and then it's like, and we have a portal gun. I was like, what? Like, I get it. It was a goofy thing, and she didn't know what she had, and this and that, and it kind of, but it just was too much of an instant relief or instant solution to something that was gonna be a bigger problem. You know what I mean? And they even made fun of it. They're like, "Oh, see, we don't even need the bridge. Who needs the bridge? Like, it's not that big of a deal." I guess it was funny in that, but also it was just like, really, you're gonna introduce a problem and solve it within 10 seconds of each other. So that was my only kind of thing that really like irked me. Oh, one other thing was, and it's such a trope, the daughter, like, just like, oh, I told you not to leave and you left, so now I hate you. And Uncle, whatever his name was,
Forge.
Yeah, Uncle Forge told me this and that, and he's like, what? And then right there, both, Helga and Chris Pine's character, I can't even think of his name.
Edwin.
Edgin.
Yeah, Edgin. Both were like, what? He's lying. And she was like, what? I was like, why would both of them lie to you and have the same instant reaction? And you're like, wait, hold on. It was like, so you mean this person who, I don't know. That was
he
my only
did
thing.
take care of her for 2 years. I mean, or 4 years, a year? Or was it a year or two?
2.
It was 2
years. Yeah.
Why did it take that long for him to come up with a plan if he's good at making plans?
Well, he's good at plan failing. And he makes a new plan. But yeah, that like her just like, oh, I don't love you anymore because you didn't listen to me.
But I mean, that's teen girls are
yeah.
I mean, that's kind of is what it is.
Yeah, they didn't bother me that much. It was very tropey.
I was like, Sarah, shut up, Sarah.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, is she gonna die this time? Yeah.
George the Druid need more character moments. She got a big animal chase scene, but that's it. And then cool character.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Very, very cool character.
Yeah. Simon got way more development in comparison. Okay. All right. For me, just to piggyback off of Tank a little bit more, I was like, come on, man. So she never knew her mother, and Egan was so in love with his wife that he didn't realize that Helga's been sitting there being the surrogate mom the entire time. And as much as you love Helga and that's your friend and everything, you had a chance to bring back your wife. She couldn't do the same thing Helga was gonna do.
Holga,
Like,
I think.
she could have done the same things like Helga was gonna do. Like the mother wasn't going to be able to have that same connection. She's only like 11 years old. You're probably going to have a long time. I thought that you probably should have still brought back your wife. It's me myself. I was like, oh man, that's so bad, Helga. All right, let's go on. Holga, yeah, Holga. My bad, but let's bring back my wife anyway.
Yeah,
your mother, the one who you come from, so you can have that connection. That's just for me.
Sacrificed her life.
Exactly. I thought that was like a little bit like, all right, whatever, okay. You chose me. Yeah, I was like, yeah, you're right. You chose wrong. I thought it was the wrong choice too.
Yeah. Yeah. But well, at least they kind of explained that with the whole Firefly, or it was that Dragonflies.
Yeah, Dragonflies.
It was kind of like representing his wife, and she's like, "Oh, let go," like give what makes the daughter happy. You know what I mean?
For now, but because my mama was going to make you happy too. My wife, we all happy. I get my wife back, you get your mom back. You know where you came from. She's gonna understand me a lot more than I would.
Yeah, Helga got to die a warrior's death.
Exactly. It won't have to be unhappy because small people don't like her.
There is so real quick. I just want to just complete it because it was such a quick thing. Was Helga's first husband? Helga's first husband. When she goes to see him, and he's really
was hilarious.
And then it's what's his name? I'm drawing a blank on his name.
What's his name?
We're spoiling it, right? That was Bradley Cooper.
Yes, Bradley
Cooper. Yeah.
That was so funny.
So funny. That
was hilarious.
Yeah.
That was good. That was like one of the parts that made me like consistently just crack up throughout the entire scene.
That his new Gwen is another like big warrior chick.
Much bigger. Yeah, much bigger.
Yeah, a little bit bigger.
Yeah, so that was I just thought about that right now. But yeah, I like their like Horgy said, I really liked their relationship. And it was just like siblings.
Yeah.
I love you like a sister.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And and just if you're between your sister and your wife, do you choose your sister or your wife? With your daughter right there, who's never known.
Yeah. One thing I did like was Edgin or Egan, whatever. I don't know what the hell they have such stupid names. That's I guess one thing I didn't like is stupid names. But he said, he goes, "Oh, I wasn't as much as bringing back your mother as I was bringing back my wife." And I'm like, that was super. Like, you see the light bulb go off in his head. Like, oh, he understands. He's like, I'm bringing her back for me. Like, yeah, for you, maybe kind of, but more for me. You never knew her. So I thought that was kind of a cool way to look at it.
I totally understand what you're saying, but I think that that's something you would enjoy. She will learn, because it's not just you have your platonic mother, the one who's been playing mother for you, the one who's been there for you all your entire life. Yeah, it's cool, but you get to know the person who actually made you, that actually gave their life up for you. Know where you come from. You can start understanding more about yourself by knowing her. That would have been a huge thing, especially in development of a young girl. So Holga is one thing, but having your real mom at an age so you still can use her, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I still think I chose the wife.
Yeah, probably,
but that's just a small thing. I think it's more personal than for the movie. The movie was fine. The movie was good. I enjoyed every part of it. There's not a part in the movie where I felt like I need to fall asleep.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So overall, like summary, anything you guys got to say about this movie?
What you got, Brandon?
That's all I have. It was a fun time.
Yeah.
It was a fun, entertaining time.
Yeah.
You know, that's really all I was hoping for with this, and it delivered a lot more than I would have ever expected.
Yeah. 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 Super fun, great cast, funny, good action. So, yeah, I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
As great as everything is about this movie, the budget for this movie is $150 million. Do I believe it's going to make $150 million to break even? I'm not even trying to make money. Just really a break even. I don't know.
what did it do on the weekend?
20 wasn't it 27 million or something like that? I mean,
Wow, that's it.
you know, and that was number one, which is good. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
But to make $150 million for a $150 million budget, that's not talking about any marketing or any of that other stuff you had to do. It's going to have to do a big number. I know we don't have a big movie out for, 4 days? Because Mario comes out Wednesday. So like, so does that hurt it in your eyes? Does the fact that it might only make $100 million, which means it's $50 million short of his budget, does that hurt it?
We might not get a sequel. You know,
Did
so
you
I'm
lose
looking
that
at
much money?
it's 71 million globally, and 150 million to produce, and then another 10 of millions for marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It
that
might
kinda
not break
sucks.
even. So as much as I enjoyed it, and I feel like a lot of people did really enjoy the movie. I mean, we can talk about the Rotten Tomatoes, the tomato meter. Critics gave it 91%. What do you think the audience gave it?
Ooh, the critics give it a 91.
Yes, critics gave it a 91. What do you think the audience?
I hope the audience likes it more than the critics.
97. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would say like 95.
94% for the audience.
94. So 91 and 94, and it only made.
And exactly. And we're talking about this movie being a great fantasy adventure movie, one of the best we've seen. This is my favorite movie I've had this year.
Yeah.
And
I'm hoping it gets some legs. I'm hoping word of mouth gets it. Like, remember, Avatar 1 didn't have a good opening weekend, and now look at it. It's the best movie of all time. So
best movie up there. But it also didn't have Air, Super Mario Brothers, Guardians of the Galaxy, all that stuff following it.
Yeah.
And John Wick, because John Wick is not going to go away.
Yeah.
It's just a tough time, guys. It's just a tough time.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Horror Geek said.
Yeah. It's, with names like Zennick, Egan, Holga, Dorch, Forge, and then there's Simon.
There's always one. There's
always one.
Yeah.
So those are our opinions about this movie, about Dungeons and Dragons. If you're looking at it's a replay, I want you guys to jump in the comments. Let us know what you thought about Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, audience scored 94%. Are you going to give it a chance? Are you going to go out this weekend? I mean, a lot of people are going to spring break. A lot of people are having break for Easter. A lot of families, after Easter brunch and everything, go out to movies. Is this a big movie weekend for you? Will you give Dungeons and Dragons a watch, or is it all Mario all the time? Let us know what you guys are thinking. So hit the like button on this. We're looking. Please hit subscribe. We're looking forward to get to our 1,000 subscribers. Let us know what you guys are thinking about it. Hit the bell notification so you can join us for our live streams. This is fun. I can't wait to see what happens next week. I can't wait to revisit this next week when we're going to talk about, did it make money again? Did it make the same amount of money? Is it still number one? Or did Mario knock it off? Or did John Wick come back for another week 3? Did people not see John Wick and decide to come see it again? Cannot wait to see what you guys think. Thank you guys for being part of this conversation. But we're going to go to another topic real quick. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I saw what you said, Horror Geek. I was in the middle of talking, so I just didn't want to bring it up.
Yeah.
It said 37 million domestically, but to break even, you need about $300 billion. It will get good streaming numbers. It'll be a number one streamer. This is it's a very good movie, but it needs unbelievable legs to be able to
Paramount? Was
I think so.
Yeah,
so that'll
Paramount.
be on Paramount website.
Yeah. So
No,
needs
but-
good legs to mitigate some of the damage. I don't know how it would ever make that type of money coming in this month of March or even April.
Yeah.
Like with all these bangers coming out right then, there's no way it was going to make the money.
It sucks though, because it's one of the better films of that March going into April kind of thing. Definitely one of the better ones.
And Brandon said, "I'll definitely see it this weekend. I might see it again. I might take my girls tomorrow. It's going to be rainy. I might see it again. They loved it too.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be seeing it again. Just trying to get a handle on when.
Yeah, before Mario.
The movie deserves better. People need to watch it.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, I went on a Monday afternoon, so I know I wasn't expecting a lot of people. But there was me and my girlfriend, another 2 couples in front of us, and 2 single people behind us. That's it. That's it for an entire theater. So it sucked. But it was a Monday afternoon. I know a lot of people aren't going to see them.
We were pretty packed.
Yeah.
So Mario is definitely going to be number one. There's no doubt. Because I mean, as I said, we might go see it tomorrow. Wednesday at 3:30, I'm going to see Mario.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting much time at all. Wednesday, it's it. Mario's going to be number one.
Yeah.
And I said, if you with Drew, out of all the films coming out in June, what are you most excited for?
Oh man, I need to look at. Can you pull up
I forget what's coming out and
go like was like Box Office Mojo or whatever it's called, Movie Phone or whatever it's called? Because I think Guardians comes out in June. I'm super excited about that.
Guardians is next month.
It's May, isn't it?
May? Oh, is it May?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Tickets went on sale today. Actually,
Yeah.
May 18th. I can't remember. I already bought the tickets, but
that's
so
third
June,
or the 4th, I think.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which is number one for me. The Boogeyman,
Ooh,
Transformers: Rise of the Beast,
kind of excited.
Strays, Elemental, The Flash, The Blackening,
Yeah.
Asteroid City, Extraction 2. It gotta be something else. Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny, which will be the last one. They've confirmed this is the last one in the whole thing. Indiana Jones.
Okay.
I mean some other stuff, but those are the biggest ones.
I'd say for June, probably Transformers Beast Wars for me.
Okay.
Over Spider-Man? I don't know.
Spider-Man? No, man. Spider-Man is just number one for me.
Yeah,
I cannot wait.
I'd almost say, Spider-Man is a close second for me. I really enjoyed Bumblebee. I kind of hope the Transformers movies stay on this upward trajectory now that Michael Bay is not directing them anymore.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse might be the best movie that came out that entire year, and I'm so excited about this movie that I might see it 3 times in that month. Like I might see it on the 2nd, might see it like again like on the 9th, and then see it again for Father's Day weekend, and then it might be that good. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
What about you, Tank?
Spider-Verse is probably my number one. Indiana Jones is up there just because it's Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
The Transformers one is the Transformer ones is good, and I'm excited about because it is Beast Wars. But man, I'm gonna see it.
How many times can you be hurt?
How many times can you be burned by it? But the last one, Bumblebee, was really good. So
yeah, that's the only reason I'm excited. This is a continuation. They said it's a continuation of Bumblebee, and that's my main point of excitement. Indiana Jones, I love Indiana Jones, but I don't really see any reason. I can't sanction this movie's existence to be honest. So we'll see. we'll see with that. But yeah, Spider-Verse, look at the first one. And they're like quadrupling down on the Spider-Verse element, which does have me. You know what? Yeah. You know what? Because I love Into the Spider-Verse.
Don't make us change. You know.
I'm changing.
He's changed.
Yeah, I'm flip-flopping. I'm gonna flip-flop.
So good. The
first one was great. Yeah,
it was the best movie I saw like the entire year. Like I could watch it right now and be enthralled again. Like wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every time I see it,
it's got a little bit. Yeah, Spider-Verse, has a lot more goodwill of mine than the Transformers franchise at this point.
Can't believe that you can say that. I trust
So
at least Paramount is making big profits off Scream. It's still, man,
huge profit.
But Jorge says for him, Spider-Verse. He said thoughts on the Transformers movie. I want to get back to that, so we're gonna come back to this question. But yeah, I've been cool. Of Short Round was a new Indiana Jones since he returned and everything everywhere all at once. Whatever EEOs.
For all we know, he might
end up being. But no, they said this is the end of the franchise. They released that today. They said that this is it.
It's done.
It's done. Yeah. Indiana Jones is done after this movie.
Yeah, I mean, Short Round.
Last Crusade should have been the end of the franchise.
Yeah, Crystal Skull killed it already.
Oh, Crystal Skull was horrible. That doesn't count. Skip that one. That doesn't count.
Yeah. Movies come out in July. Mission Impossible 7, Barbie, Oppenheimer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All of which I will definitely be seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has heard that Across the Spider-Verse is good at or better than the first, so I'm super hyped for it. I mean, Spider-Man 99. I mean, come on, 2099. Yes. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
With Oscar Isaac.
Come on, man. Even Xavier said Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is my pick.
That's the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. How would you rank Indiana Jones's movies by ranking? Number 1, his Last Crusade. Number 1, 2, Raiders of the Lost Ark. 3, Temple of Doom. 4, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. How would you rank them, guys?
Probably almost the same. I just swap Raiders of the Lost Ark with Last Crusade. Raiders of the Lost Ark is my number 1, followed by Last Crusade, Temple of Doom, and then Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, that's how I'm putting it. Raiders of the Lost Ark is just, I don't want to say perfection, but it was just such a great movie you could rewatch. I mean, The Last Crusade is really good, but I'm there with Brandon.
I agree with you guys, except for the fact that watching Big Bang Theory ruined Raiders of the Lost Ark for me.
Why?
Because he said Indiana Jones didn't matter in the entire movie. He doesn't matter. Everything would have happened the exact same way if he never was in it.
What?
The Nazi still would have found the chest. All the same things would have happened if he never was in the movie. And that really ruined the whole movie for me. Just thinking about it, I was like, whoa.
I gotta rewatch the movie now with that in mind.
Just thinking about it, you didn't watch it, you look at all the synopsis, think about it, and you realize he did not matter at all. All the same things would have happened in the same way if Indiana Jones never was in the movie. That's the only reason why I might say Last Crusade. It might be number 1. But he doesn't matter. He literally doesn't matter at all.
I'm gonna check it out again.
I'd have to rewatch that. But
yeah.
This is why I stopped consistently watching Big Bang Theory.
It ruined it for me. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Come on. But before I go back to Views with Drew, I want to go back to that question.
Did you get
thoughts on the Transformers movies?
As a whole, or just Beast Wars?
All of them, or just the fact that Rise of the Beast, I think is going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they don't call it Beast Wars because they don't go full in.
Yeah, I'm just calling it Beast Wars because in my head canon, it's Beast Wars. As far as I'm concerned.
I said at the beginning too. Yeah, I agree. But is it they don't call it Beast Wars because they're not going all the way in.
Because there will be a Beast Wars movie.
There will be a Beast Wars movie.
I'll be cool with that.
And then people are actually disappointed in this movie because it's just once again the entry into the Beast franchise, and it will be a Beast Wars afterwards.
Oh, if it just follows the show, I'm good.
Okay,
I'm good with that. Like movie 1 will be season 1, movie 2 will be season 2.
Exactly.
You know, and then have the big finale, like a trilogy of Beast Wars. Sold. But I'm kind of with Brandon Davis. They all kind of sucked, except for Bumblebee.
The Transformer. Yeah, I can go as far as to say I hate the Transformers movies as a whole.
The first one,
with the exception of Bumblebee,
fine. The first one was good.
The first one was okay.
The first one was okay.
It was,
but then like Bay just took everything obnoxious about it and just injected and just roided it up. They're obnoxious movies. They're obnoxious movies. They
including Bumblebee, all of them. So how would you? I don't even want to rank because I honestly only think there's the first two, and then there's a crap of stuff in the middle, and then Bumblebee. Because the crap of stuff in the middle can just all be thrown into one little box of just crap.
Well, mine's nice and easy. Bumblebee's the best one. Then from number 1 to the last one, that's the order. Because they progressively got worse and worse and worse and worse. Yeah. So Bumblebee, Transformers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then. Yeah.
And I haven't even sat through the 5th one. Just because Age of Extinction was enough for me. I remember being in that movie.
Dark Side of the Moon was bad. I mean,
the last night.
Mark Wahlberg when he was. Mark Wahlberg had to start speaking like this all the time, like he was doing give you pillow time talk.
The last thing that I really remember about the Michael Bay directed movies is how like he halted the narrative of the 4th movie to make a several minutes scene trying to explain to the audience why statutory rape is okay.
Oh my god! Yeah, you say that all the time. Yeah,
he did.
He did.
He said it. He of their own free will, the screenwriter Aaron Kruger wrote that scene of his own free will, and then Michael Bay said, "Hell yeah, I'll shoot that." No, I'm not implying anything. I'm just saying decisions were made.
Oh man, Brandon's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I that was the last one that I saw. I didn't even bother with the last night. I couldn't.
Oh, that was bad.
I think like with Dark of the Moon and like Age of Extinction, that was the first time in a while that I had like really gotten like noticeably fidgety in the theater.
Yeah.
Like I think I like felt my brain melting.
Coming out your ears, huh? Okay.
And even with Bumblebee, I was going to skip Bumblebee, but it took me convincing to go see that in the theater.
Yeah.
And you're glad you did, because you know what? You would have missed out on something really great.
I didn't.
Yeah, just keep Michael Bay relegated to his executive producer credit on the Transformers movies moving forward, because it was pretty much a soft reboot.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how you can actually tell the robots apart this time.
Well, that was the biggest issue I had was they ruined Galvatron.
Galvatron.
Super cool character. Ruined that.
Yeah.
And they just ruined so much. And King Arthur shit was the stupidest.
Just say
is that what happened in the 5th one?
They slowly ruined my childhood.
Yeah.
Movie after movie. And they kept on going, and they kept on doubling down. They kept it going.
Fucking Optimus Prime rode a giraffe, a Tyrannosaurus.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh yeah, the Dinobots.
The Dinobot thing. I was like, why is Optimus Prime riding a Dino T-Rex? It reminded me of the Futurama episode of where it's like, I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Because they shows a picture of Bender riding a robot dinosaur.
Oh man, that's fun.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the characterization of Prime in the Bay directed movies. At least after
No,
the
I thought the first one was fine. The second one was getting a little whiny, and then all of a sudden, Optimus Prime didn't turn to Optimus Prime. Optimus, guys, in the actual cartoon, me and my best friend growing up, Darren, would watch the movie, and as Optimus Prime was like rolling up when he thought he was dead, he came riding up the hill. And this in the cartoon, I was crying. I was like 5, 6, crying about Optimus Prime. That's how much I loved him. And you know, and
when he died,
they've taken it all from me. They've taken it all from me. Yeah. So I put it on Facebook group, but if anyone has seen a Roku show, The Now, if so, what are your thoughts? I have not seen the Roku show yet, The Now yet.
No, neither. The only thing I've seen from Roku is the Weird Al movie.
Yeah,
that was enough.
That was
which
good.
is great, by the way.
Yeah.
What's a movie you feel get bashed for the dumbest reason?
Dude, we don't have all night. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. But
I gotta think about that one.
yeah, I'd have to think about that one.
We'll save that question for Thursday because
I actually think that's a very good question.
Yeah, I'd have to come back to that one.
We could start Thursday's show with that one.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm trying to think. I mean, Captain Marvel got a lot of heat for just Brie Larson being Brie Larson.
But
who didn't say anything wrong, by the way.
But I also do think that the movie did have some problems.
The movie had problems,
so that's why I can't say it's just that. Same thing about Black Adam. As much as you guys give Dwayne all the crap, I don't think it was a bad movie. It just gets a bad rap for a lot of reasons.
It wasn't a bad movie. It just didn't go all in with the anti-hero aspect that they kept kind of touting. You know, it could have been a lot more if they really went all in. They played it safe. You know, unfortunately, you know, be it the fault of Dwayne Johnson having a lot of creative control or the writers. You know, his ego was put first and foremost, and that kind of crippled the movie.
I'm going to do some more research. I think I have some good answers, but I think I want to start our Thursday show with this question. I think and I want you to be back. The View with Drew, because this is a very good one. I want to start with this because I think there's some good answers. So.
Yeah, I'm having a brain fart right now. I gotta think about that one.
So, Farley Bros created it's now and it's really, really good. So, I can't wait.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the View with Drew in chat.
I don't know why I deleted all this stuff. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Say it's okay if you guys agree. I think people calling Live Free or Die Hard bad because of the PG-13 rating is dumb. Because Die Hard 5 went back and rated R and was even worse. I agree. I don't know if I can't show that.
Yeah, who cares? It's fine. Yeah.
I agree. It was even worse. With him and his father, and they went back to Chernobyl. That was so bad. It was so bad.
Yeah, when they were like spraying away the radiation, if I remember that correctly.
Dude, and you know what? Actually, I actually watched it, and you know, as bad as it was, I kind of still liked it because I just like Die Hard.
I think I only sat through it like just the one time, and that was enough for me.
Let's see. What's up, Cinequirks? What's going on, yo?
What's up?
Yeah, Horror Geek saying, but unlike Black Adam, Captain America.
Or Captain Marvel had good legs.
Or Captain Marvel.
Yeah, unlike Black Adam, Captain Marvel had good legs. It was like The two are one.
Good legs. That works in so many ways.
Does it though? Yeah. A lot of people went back and watched Captain Marvel a few times. So no one went back to watch Black Adam.
Actually, you know what? I haven't either because that little kid was so annoying. I still want to hear it again.
I freaking hated that kid. I hated him so much.
So, also, people are calling Incredible Hulk bad because Edward Norton is playing the Hulk instead of Mark Ruffalo, which is stupid. I thought Edward Norton was so much better than Mark Ruffalo that I didn't want to give Mark Ruffalo a chance. I really did.
He really was. And we talked about that back when it was announced. We talked about that often.
We talked about that C2E2 when we were driving there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
Even when we worked at Family Video and we received the news that Mark Ruffalo was replacing
I was
Edward
like,
Norton.
what?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't watching this. This is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Edward Norton was better.
Yeah, I preferred Edward Norton. Mark Ruffalo isn't bad per se, but Edward Norton was just miles ahead.
Yeah. I agree. What's a movie you hear is so horrible that you will never watch it? I hear I Frankenstein is god awful.
It's bad. It's really bad.
Yeah, I Frankenstein.
I watched it. It was not good.
I seen it.
It was not good.
It was no Ultraviolet, but it was pretty. It wasn't that great.
Mm-hmm. Like so horrible that I would never watch.
This is the answer right here.
Yeah.
Me. I'll never watch House Party, the new one. I won't. I just can't.
Mm-hmm.
I won't watch it. It could be great. It could be amazing. I just won't watch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think of bad ones.
Mm-hmm.
We do need to come up with a list of like our worst movies of all time.
Yeah,
The Village, because I hate that movie.
I liked it except for the end. Like every M. Night movie, I liked it until the end.
I didn't even like it in the middle.
Yeah.
But
You like
end,
that?
I literally wanted to stand up, take my chair, and throw it at the screen. I literally want to do it.
You liked Avatar: The Last Airbender?
No. I forgot about that one. I tried
Yeah,
that one.
You had me worried for a second. Well, yeah, I try to block it out of memory too, but whenever M. Night Shyamalan's name is brought up,
Telling you guys, check out that Brigsby Bear.
It's on my list.
I gotta. We gotta do it. All right, guys, real quick. Do you want to watch this Extraction 2 thing? Because I saw part of this trailer and I think it's worth to watch. I'm just gonna say that. I think it's worth throwing it on real quick.
Long as it doesn't take too much longer, I am almost ready to go to bed.
Give me
it's like
14
minutes.
minutes. Give me 14 minutes, and then we'll be done.
All right.
Okay, so
Yeah, dude.
I see all the stuff. I think Extraction 2 is worth it.
Okay.
Let's just watch it real quick. And if you guys don't, everyone doesn't agree, let me know. Let me hear it.
I don't care for the first one.
Let's just watch it real quick. I want to do the transition real fast. All right. The Spoiler King's back. I'm not going to waste any time. Extraction 2 came out. I'm going to share this stuff. Let's watch it real quick as a group. Tell me what you guys think. Here we go.
Yeah. So I didn't like number one. So I'm curious. Not that
I thought it was
okay.
I thought it was fine.
I thought it was okay. It was fine.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go, guys.
Move.
Oh,
Tyler, you were clinically dead 9 months ago.
But you fought your way back. You came back for this. Why?
Oh,
Oh shit!
Why is this fist still on fire?
oh,
Awesome.
nice.
Okay. I just
Yeah.
want to say that.
So they're just going full John Wick with it now.
Dude,
Pretty
he's-
much.
he was dead and came back to life. It's like, all right, cool.
Yep.
That was just awesome. It was awesome stuff going on, and I'm giving it a chance. It was like
Same. Oh yeah.
it's
No, I'll
funny
definitely
because
watch
it tells you. It says in the trailer, it says, "Why would you come back for the second time?"
Yeah, yeah, I agree with Brandon. This might be the instance where number 2 is better than number 1.
So it does look good. Yeah.
Yeah.
This might be the instance where 2 is even better than number 1. And I like the first one, but I didn't like the first one at all. That much at all. But I think the second one might be better.
I think they know what they need to do, and they just need to John Wick it, crazy action,
Yeah.
well shot.
Yeah. From an action standpoint, it looks amazing. I like that the trailer doesn't really tell you anything about the plot either. It just tells you all you need to know. He was dead,
But isn't that what
but
you
then he
need?
got better.
Sometimes you
Say
don't need
what?
it's like plot. Plot?
Well, yeah.
You don't need a plot.
Well,
Let's just give you action all the time. Let's just go.
yeah. How many trailers do we get that basically like dump the entire movie into 2.5 minutes?
Yeah.
A lot.
Let's not plot. Let's not do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that seemed like it was one part of a scene, and that was it.
Yeah. The end part put me in the mind of a video game. I agree.
Yes, that it really did.
But I agree with Horror Geek what he said right here. Netflix action movies tend to give me meh, make me so meh.
Sometimes.
All right. He says we're tweaking. The first one was dope. Okay.
I mean, it did good. It got good ratings and stuff, but it was okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hate
I thought
it.
the first one was fine. Yeah.
But it was fine. It was like
It was a movie.
I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was a Netflix movie. But yeah,
But
Mhm.
I
This
saw
one
the
was good.
trailer earlier. I saw it. I thought that was amazing. Pulled the pin. He died, and he just came back and just started beating people up. His fist was on fire for a full 45 seconds, guys. And as he beat people with the fist that was on fire, I need some of that in my life. I think I want to watch it.
yeah, yeah. That was kind of crazy. And it's the Russo brothers. Russo brothers.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They know what to do. They know how to make it happen. So that's just me.
So I'm down. Check it out.
Yeah.
Well,
Same.
that's all I asked for. This is now coming into my 14 minutes that I asked for. Thank you guys for giving me that. And I'm just in respecting the fact that Tank is actually in Florida right now on vacation. I think we got to end the show right here with that. So
It's
I want to say
12:30 in the morning for me.
yeah, and he drove there.
Yeah.
So that's just another thing. And Erica and Lucas are there. So with all that being said, I'm gonna say Brandon, thank you. Horror Geek, thank you. Simma Quirk, thanks for coming in. Xavier, I appreciate you coming in and doing all the stuff that you do.
The View with Drew.
The
Appreciate
views.
you.
Hey, great questions. You're gonna start off our next show with some of the questions you asked here. I really appreciate everything. With all you guys. You guys were great in the comments. You really are part of the show. You really are our fourth person, even when Zach's not here. So I just want to say I appreciate you guys, but I need to make sure I end this show the right way and say, you're on vacation, Tank, and you came and still did the show. So I appreciate you. I really want to say that.
And you know it. Especially with this movie, I'm like, I gotta do it. So, and we're trying to get to 1,000. So we gotta put out good content, good conversations.
Yep.
I think we succeeded.
I think so.
All right, all guys. I agree. We're going out just like that. All right. Thanks, guys. I'm out.
Later.